and I am back with a new video. In this episode we are going to learn about mocking APIs when writing UI tests. This is pretty interesting and useful topic when your backend is not ready yet, for example, and you want to start writing tests, or you want to cover 10-15 different UI cases and don't want to bother with API response. By using Playwright feature called mocks, we are capable to do so. Let me show you. Here is mock APIs, and we can mock both XHR and fetch requests. Fetch request is basically modification of previous version of XML HTTP requests, and it's pretty easy. We have page route method, which is pretty powerful, and first of all we need to specify URL which we want to mock. Next we, for example, can redefine and return totally different response instead of what we are getting from backend. By doing so, we can, for example, return JSON using fulfill option. And then when we are navigating to the page, we will redefine the response, and instead of real backend request, we are going to return our strawberry. Let me show you. As usual, we are going to use our demo site, which is also available for you. And for example, we have a situation when we want to see requests which are firing during login stage. Try to log in. As we can see here, let me a little bit make like so, make it bigger. We have a request called sign in email. And in this video we are going to mock it and return our custom response instead of real one from backend. Backend returns invalid email or password, and we are going to do the same. When and why it is actually needed? First of all, that's when your backend is not ready but frontend is already on its final stage. You can use Playwright function and modify backend responses in order to simulate some behavior. Another topic could be you, for example, want to cover 2 or 3 different front-end scenarios, different front-end validation, and for instance, we can have blocked user, we can have user who is not confirmed in an email, we can have a not existing user, and in order to do so, you need to have all the users in database, but we can avoid that by using mock APIs. It's pretty useful. Let me show you. And by the way, in this video we are going also to use agents, and with the help of agents we try to write the test. So first, let's install our Playwright, and to do so, as usual, we can fire the command install latest. Yes, TypeScript, test, true, yes, all by default. Next we need to install agents. Here is a new section for agents, and in order to install agents you need to have VS Code, one of the latest version. For now it's 1.105. You can find it in Visual Studio Code Insider download for your machine. Next one, I already downloaded it, and here it is. So you need to start a new chat where we are going to perform our actions, but before that we need actually to install agents. In order to do so, we need to run init agents command. If you want to know more details on how to use it and install, you can watch my previous video about this topic. But for now we see we have new chat modes: generator, healer and planner. For now we want to use generator because we don't want to plan. I already know what we want to achieve, so we are going just generate, and we have a seed file. That's a file from which we are going to start, and we want to start from our sign-in page. Go to sign-in page. Nice. Next We have a couple of scenarios. One of scenario is successful login to our account. Another one is unsuccessful login when the user doesn't exist. Next one, when user exists but didn't confirm email. And yeah, that's basically 3 default test cases, and one more is when we have 500 error from backend side, and let's see how frontend going to handle that. So we can specify, let's write basic scenarios for sign-in flow from seed file. We need to cover successful login, valid login, user does not exist, user didn't confirm registration. Okay, before we continue, let me show you the flow. First of all, we are going to review successful login. Let me clear all the existing requests, make it bigger a little bit. We are going to use our existing user, as you can see, sign in request, sign in email, got 200 response with successful redirect. Good. Next will be user who actually didn't confirm his email. So let's say we have some user predefined which didn't confirm an email after registration, and we are having 403 with email not verified. That's second response. And finally, we can verify response for not existing user at all. Let's try it. And we should see 401 invalid email or password. That's 3 different validations. And we want to confirm with our UI tests. We want to confirm UI flow. Let me quickly open the test and let's write it. User didn't confirm registration. For successful login, use this account, password plus 11. For not confirmed account, use plus 1 and password so I want to have successful login without mocking, real check and the rest of scenarios should be done with mocking API request. Let's assume we have this page route. API request using our route, house login email, user email, API requests. Okay, and first of all we need to choose generator, and let's see what we all got. So we don't want to fire real requests, but first we want to let the generator to explore the system. As you can see, exploration phase should start now. we are using MCP server for that. And let's wait a bit. Let's see sign-in flow. What we have here? Successful sign-in, failed sign-in, unconfirmed account. And as we can see, successful sign-in uses real flow without any mocks. Next, failed sign-in, we are expecting to mock our sign-in email. 404 error, user not found. Alright, we are visiting our demo site. We are filling email and password, clicking login, and we are expecting to have user not found. Next, failed sign-in unconfirmed account. It uses real data, but actually, let's adjust this test. Let's not use real email and pass for unconfirmed account, as we are mocking request anyway. First, this option. Next, what else? Yeah, let's start from this. As you can find, we already have almost ready tests, but I'm not sure if they are passing. We will check it. But in fact, let's have a deeper look. We have our sign-in email route, and if this route is spotted, we are fulfilling it with our custom response. Is 403 application JSON and body, please confirm your email address. And now we are switching to healer and saying verify created tests. We will run it and see if they are passing at all. Okay, already first issue spotted, and allow in this workspace. Allow in this workspace. We are fixing. Well, not we are, but actually healer does its magic, but again, it's not always the case when fix is correct or useful. It depends on your custom situation. Sometimes if UI is simple, it can deal with it, but if UI is not that obvious, it could struggle, to be honest. And for the confusion, right, we are changing our locators. Let it be. And whatever changing from role to group, okay, let it be. And final one, again, we are changing our locators. It's not a common practice to have locators in your spec file. We should avoid it and move locators to page object, but that's a topic of different video, which I also have. You can watch it previously. Dashboard, yeah. So our healer finding out more and more information which needs to be adjusted. And let's just wait and be patient with it. Unfortunately, it's not that fast right now, but still. Keep. We are changing our expectation URL to the correct one. And we should be good to go. Next one, we are changing actual response. Save. We are preparing the response. Now let's see. Let's run the test again. Makes sense. So first, successful login test is passing now, but the rest needs to be adjusted. And actually, route needs to be adjusted because right now we are expecting that our route ending with email, but it's not the case actually. Let's see if our healer can deal with it, because our route is ending with custom value, current URL. And well, I'm interested in if it's capable to fix, spot and fix. And moment of truth. Moment of truth. Yes, we need to debug actual error messages that appear on the page. Let's maybe give them a hint. Check the URL which we are mocking. Is it the same as UI sent? Keep and let's send a message. Alright, you cannot send a message. Let's pause it and send a message. So we gave him a hint. And see if it can deal with it. Allow in this workspace. Alright, he does some adjustments. But, what else? Oh, so he's changing an approach. He wants to console log all the existing requests in order to understand what is going on. Alright, he needs more information on that. Makes sense. So, more or less, he's behaving as engineer would behave, trying to console log. But of course we have a better approach for debugging Playwright. I have a video which you can also watch on how to debug Playwright in fast way on my channel. And now we are adding more verification. As I mentioned previously, our route not ending on email, and he spotted that. Now we should have a better approach. Also, we are doing replacement only in case of post request, which also makes sense. Now we are running our tests and we should be good. Great, all the tests are now passing. Let me show you how to verify actually that we are mocking our request. For that we need to run npx playwright test, but in head mode. Sorry, not head, but UI mode. Right, our UI mode gave us a chance to debug it properly. With this AI mode, let me increase font a little bit, we can see what is going on, which requests we are running on our page. Let's run first test. Successful sign in. We can see that we are entering data and we actually logged in successfully. We can examine network tab, we can search for fetch requests only, and we can see actual request which we sent to sign in email. It was sent, status code 200, and yeah, we are good to go. Now let's have a look at failed sign in. Now we have 404 error, which actually expected to be mocked, but not really. Let me invalid email. Let me examine it. last one. And I expected to have it fulfilled, which means, right, route fulfilled. That means that we mocked the route and didn't fire the request to the real backend. Let's see if it happens the same on our previous test. Yes, as you can see, it's fulfilled, because if it's not fulfilled, let me quickly adjust the test and let's close it for now. Let's adjust our test a little bit by entering the wrong URL, and let's run tests again. I will show you the difference. So that was a test unconfirmed account, and let's run unconfirmed account. And again, fetch. As you can see, it was still fulfilled, which shouldn't be the case. This is because I didn't save the file right. We need to save it before proceeding, right? And now let's run again. Increasing the size. Now we should see failed test. Send in flow, unconfirmed account, network, fetch, and we are waiting for response from backend, and as we can see, we have invalid email or password, which shouldn't be the case for us, and we are expected to have an invisible error, and it's also not the case. So mocking is working for us, and as we can see here, let's review the possibility which we have. First of all, let's add it back. And so we can have exact conditions. For example, we can adjust and search only for post, get, put requests. We can fulfill with any data we want, with any status, with content type, with body, with JSON, or it could be string, whatever you wish. And right now, we don't need to... what we have achieved? We don't need to have unconfirmed account on each staging where we run our tests. Right now, to check UI logic, all what you need to do is to run tests and don't prepare data before. Because if you want to fire the real request to backend, first you need to create a user, didn't confirm an account, and then use it in our test. It means that each new environment requires pre-setup before running the test. But using just mocks, we are avoiding that complexity at the first place. See you next time.